Hi, it's just Megan again. So, what I'm doing is I'm going through different stages of helping or trying to help you get or live the best life possible while you're undergoing a chronic pain syndrome or living with a chronic disease that causes a lot of inflammation and pain. So, what we looked at last time was all the things that you might need on your bed to be able to have a good night's sleep. And then when I said goodbye, I realised I hadn't included your pajamas, socks, dressing gown, what else? And any cuddly blankets that you might like. I have a number of cuddly blankets. I like them on my couch, on my bed, and if I'm travelling. It just enables me to have something that feels nice on my skin, and that is really important when you're trying to find things. You want to be able to make sure that you have comfortable pajamas. And as my kids were growing up, I didn't obviously want to wear pajamas all the time, so I would always wear tights. Um, so we need to be able to make sure that we have clothes on that aren't scratching, that allow you to move freely and are comfortable. That is really important. Not wearing shoes that, over the years, I've found if I wear shoes that have high heels on them, or I have to, push my foot to get into a shoe, that has just created more problems than anything. It took me a long time to let go of some shoes because I thought, well, I'll be able to wear them one day. 10 years down the track, I realised no, that wasn't going to happen, and I needed to let them go. And that's just another way of decluttering your environment and knowing that, I think, just being realistic. And yes, it took me a while to get there, but I did get there, and that is the most important thing. There was a couple of other things that I realised that is really good for me to share with you. And this is from part of my course on learning. So one thing I did years ago when I was doing this course is I took out my bedroom clock out of my room. The one thing that used to happen if I woke up when I was sleeping, for whatever reason, I would look at the clock because I wanted to know if I could hear anything or if there was anything suspicious, which allowed me to note down the time. Only thing being is that I became dependent on that clock to know when I've been awake, how long I've been awake. And sometimes I would just literally roll over, look at the time, and think, oh yeah, I haven't had a good sleep for the last 3 hours. So I became, fixated, I would have to say, on the time. So not having a clock in your room has actually turned out very beneficial for me. I realised once I took the alarm clock away, seeing the time didn't become a priority. And when I have literally seen other things or heard things, I've then gone and thought, well, okay, well, that happened at 5 o'clock. I'm going to go back to bed now because I don't need to keep looking at the time, obviously. So, and it made a really good point in this paper that the more you are aware of the time ticking by, the more difficult it will be for you to fall asleep. So if you wake up in the middle of the night and are frustrated by what time it is, you will find it harder to get back to sleep. If you need to set an alarm, turn it away from you. So pleased that I have removed an alarm. I have my alarm on my phone. I close the cover so I can't see. And that just enables me to be able to have more restful sleep because I know I'm going to hear it. and I know it's going to wake me up. So I'm thinking to myself, that was a really good topic to talk about. If you feel that you can't live without a clock, try putting a wall clock in your room and hearing it ticking. That drives me crazy because some people it will be soothing and for some people it won't. And that will really distinguish whether you need to have a clock or not to see the time. A wall clock doesn't illuminate, so you're less likely to see the time if you wake up. So I hope that's a little helpful hint, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.